We have lots of crazy conversations, but this time you're invited. You're listening to your favorite mother-daughter duo, the Crozier Girls.
Here's the problem. There were many weeks where when I went to edit, your sound was so loud and you could barely hear me.
Hello.
And so that's why I started sitting really close to the mic.
Okay.
Because I thought I must be too far from the mic, but now apparently I'm too close to the mic. So now I'm backing up, and hopefully we'll have some better sound from Melanie's mic. But I have been saying all along, my mic does not sound good. It sounded fuzzy and anyway.
Can you fix that in editing? Like just make yours louder than mine?
Yes. And that's what I would go in and do, but I'm just not sure it was, I don't know. So we're going to
I can hold my mic back a little bit too.
No, your mic is perfect. Your mic to me always sounds perfect. It's mine that sounds, what did Miss Jenkins say? Sounds like I'm eating the mic. That's pretty much, she's right, because I felt like I had to get so close because whatever reason my track was so quiet and yours sounded really good. So anyway, I'm backed away. And
I'm just perfect. That's what we're learning here.
Okay.
I'm just perfect.
Well,
so my mic is perfect.
I don't know about that. You did, however, come up with a vanity plate for yourself that you texted me.
I did.
What would you like it to be, Miss Rebecca?
I forgot.
Oh, I didn't
go look at our texts. Well, I know what it says, but I don't remember how I worded it. I used Chat GPT to help me.
Oh my goodness.
Well, because I knew what I wanted it to say, but I didn't know how to abbreviate it. I didn't know how many letters I got, so I just asked her and she helped. Okay. Either you're obsessed, being like you are, and then BSSSD, or obsessed with me, which would be
I can't.
It would be OBSSSDW me.
Oh, man. Okay. And that, my friends, is the definition of a vanity plate right there. I mean,
because I'm vain.
Yes. Talk about vanity. We also, listen, I'm loving this vanity plate situation that's popping off every week when we discuss this. We're getting so many comments from people.
Yeah. You guys are interacting. You're sending us vanity plates that you see. It's been great.
And so I think what we're going to do, I think we should do a contest for our listeners of who can send us the best vanity plate. And I'm going to have to say right now, Mr. Terry Swaim is leading the pack because he sent one that is hilarious. So it's the one he sent is on a Lexus. It looks like a Lexus SUV. Okay. And it's LUXUREE. Luxury. Mm-hmm.
But that's not even the funny part.
No, it's not. It's not the funny part. The funny part is the back end is bashed in. That's one thing. The other thing.
So luxurious.
What's the other item that makes it so funny?
It has the rhinestones on it. Is that what you're referencing?
Yes. A rhinestone.
So it's like you got a nice fancy license plate that might belong in a car that is, looks a little better.
Right. And then you blinged it out with the rhinestone license plate. So anyway, that one's good. It was real fun to make fun of it. Now, what would make that really funny is if that plate luxury was on a beater, right? That would
be I was thinking that too.
That would actually be hilarious. But this person really thinks that they're living in the lap of luxury. I guess because they drive a Lexus. I don't know.
Hey, some people can't even afford cars. So put it in perspective, that is luxury to some people.
That's true. That's true. But also, why are we trying to point that out? I don't know.
No, I don't know. I'm not trying to defend them. I'm so sorry.
Anyway, I feel like we just need to tell people, keep sending us the license plates because it really is giving us life. And Terry said, this is a very dangerous habit that I'm into now, taking plate pictures. I hope they don't see me taking them.
So be safe out there, you know, drive safe, only take pictures at a stoplight or something.
And,
you know,
and we'll pray that no one gets into a road rage situation where somebody's mad that you're taking a picture of their license plate. So anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Low-key, my license plate idea kind of has me, like, I wouldn't say no if someone bought me a vanity plate that said that.
Obsessed with me. I do have to tell you one other story about the license plate that Elisa sent me a Marco Polo about. And she said, I can't believe I haven't told you this story as much as y'all have talked about vanity plates on your podcast. But so when she was in college, she went to Liberty, which is in Virginia. And she said, apparently in Virginia, you could pick like what you wanted your license plate to say. It didn't cost anything.
Okay.
And so her roommate had a specialty plate, like one of these that raises money, right? Like Choose Life plate or, you know, whatever. Well, her roommate had an animal rescue type plate.
Okay.
And apparently she ordered it to say EAT space DOG. Eat dog.
What?
Eat dog on this animal rescue plate. So it comes in the mail. It's hilarious. It comes in the mail and her dad opens it and he was like, absolutely not. You are not. I own this vehicle. You are not putting the eat dog on your car.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like she was doing that like ironically.
Yeah. Well, no, like as a joke. I mean, she was doing it to be funny as a joke, but her dad said, no, we're not doing that. So I thought that was a really good story. So
that's a good one. That's a, yeah.
So anyway, Elisa has good stories. So thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing.
I love what our podcast has brought up these stories from ourselves, but also from our listeners that we never would have realized. Your friends are sharing stories based on things that we're saying on the podcast. You would have never known this about Elisa's college friend, roommate. But it's a good story.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. I love it. I think it's great. So anyway, well, some big stuff has happened since we last recorded.
Yeah, I think that the listeners should know that we're recording a little bit earlier than we had planned. Mostly because I had to talk about this before it wasn't big news anymore. Do you know what I'm about to say, Mom?
I do know what you're about to say. And I have gathered quite a bit of information to aid in this discussion.
Wow, you've done your research. Okay. If you haven't seen this by now, you've been living under a rock, but Taylor Swift is engaged to Travis Kelce.
Yes.
She posted about it. I guess when this comes out, it will have been a week ago, but she posted about it on her Instagram, dropped the Instagram pictures in the middle of a random workday, like she's an average person posting their engagement photos. I don't know what she was thinking. She kind of broke the internet, is still breaking the internet. It's honestly really big news in my life because she's a close personal friend of mine, obviously. So it's a pretty big life update for me.
Okay. Well, you're in a lot of weddings, so I'm curious if you're going to end up being asked to be in this one.
No, I know. I really think that there's a possibility. I'm going to be pretty sad if I'm not invited. Yeah. So, yeah.
And you probably won't have to take PTO because I think she can afford to have the wedding on the weekend. It's, so many people nowadays have their weddings during the week because it's so much more affordable. But I'm sure that hers will be on a Friday or a Saturday night.
Oh, absolutely. No, when her wedding happens, it'll be a national holiday. So I won't even have to take PTO if it's the middle of the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, I had not thought of it. I had not thought of it that in depth yet.
Right.
But I do have a couple thoughts. So
yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts.
So I was reading an article from People magazine where they had basically interviewed Travis Kelce's dad. Okay.
Yes. Ed was the first to speak publicly about the engagement.
Okay. And so I guess Ed was given permission by, TS and TK. But anyway, the article had me cracking up because here's what it says. Hold on. I got to find it. For the romantic proposal, Swift wore Ralph Lauren's striped silk blend dress. The white mulberry silk blend midi dress retails for $398 and features delicate black stripes, smocked bodice, removable straps, and a flowing A-line skirt.
This is the magazine, not what Ed said, right?
That's correct. The magazine.
Okay.
Swift accessorized with tan sandal heels and gold jewelry, including her go-to Cartier Santos Demoiselle watch, which retails for a whopping $17,870. Hold on. I'm almost done. The Cruel Summer singer's glam included a nude-colored manicure and her signature red lip in a pink coral hue. She wore her hair down in soft waves. Meanwhile, Kelsey went with navy blue, short sleeve collared shirt, off-white shorts, and brown loafers.
If that isn't the difference between a man and a woman, he probably doesn't even know where that shirt is from.
No.
That's awesome.
And nobody even cares.
No one cares.
It's like 4 paragraphs of down to her manicure color. Yeah. And Travis meanwhile, Kelsey went with a navy blue short sleeve collared shirt, off-white shorts, and brown loafers.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
I love that.
Yeah, Mom, there's a whole Instagram account that's a verified Instagram account. It's called Taylor Swift Styled. And basically, within an hour of the engagement post, this woman, whoever runs the account, had several Instagram posts, each one about a different article of clothing or jewelry, including the new engagement ring, where it was from, how much it was cost. I don't know how she did that so fast,
let's
but
talk about the engagement ring then. Apparently, he designed it with the help of Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry.
It's a women-owned small business.
Okay. Shout out to women-owned small businesses. She showed off her new sparkler in a series of photos announcing the big news. Her dazzling ring is a massive old mine brilliant cut diamond, a rectangular cut diamond with antique references. So anyway, what did your lady say? What was the value of it that they're estimating?
Oh gosh, I don't remember. I've seen different estimations. So what she said was actually lower than something I saw from somewhere else the next day, but I can probably find it.
But can we please just bring up? I sent you a reel. Please tell me. I bet you didn't see it yet on Instagram.
If you sent it.
Okay.
This afternoon, then no, because I've been working.
It is hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up, and I'm gonna see if this doesn't work. Then I'm gonna delete it. I know people aren't gonna be able to see this, but hopefully they can hear it. And for all of the people out there, all of you that are my generation and watched Seinfeld, this is George Costanza and his fiance, and I unfortunately cannot remember her name. But this is them discussing Taylor. This says, hold on. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce discussing their upcoming wedding. Okay, listen.
There's something that's been on my mind, and we haven't really talked about it, and it's kind of important to me.
What is it?
Well, I put a lot of thought into this, and I think that I would like you to sign a prenuptial agreement.
A prenup?
Yeah. What's so funny?
You don't have any money. I make more money than you do. Yeah, give me the papers. I'll sign mind him.
I thought that was hilarious.
That's so good.
I thought that was
That's so
hilarious. Like, sorry, Travis, but you're going to be riding on your wife's coattails.
Yes. No, I've seen memes where it's like, oh, I can't wait to see Swift on the back of Travis's jersey.
So good. Well, listen, I tell you
Oh my goodness.
a few people that are not upset about this are the Chiefs and the NFL, because honestly, their numbers were tanking until this little match came to be.
Oh,
and now it's
absolutely.
And
did you know that Travis and
for football season too. This is happening just in time for football season. So there's a little bit of a part of me that's like, is this a publicity stunt? But
no, because I used to think everything with them was a publicity stunt. After watching Taylor on Travis and Jason's podcast, I'm like, yeah, like this is legit. But well, I will say I sent to our family group just a meme that said, like, never in my life did I think I would find out about Taylor Swift getting engaged via ESPN notification. And I sent that, and Dad's response was, oh boy, period. Here we go, period. Just as football season starts too, period. But
so funny. I love it.
I will say, Jason and Travis's podcast broke a Guinness World Record for podcast listens or downloads the episode where Taylor Swift was on. So she has done so much for these football brothers.
Yeah.
And their media attention.
No doubt about that. Also, did you see the meme I sent you? Oh, where did I send it? It's right here. Okay. It says, imagine being Kylie Kelsey, who really took a chance and met a random dude from Tinder at a bar, who also happened to be an NFL player. And now her sister-in-law is about to be Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Unreal trajectory.
That's crazy. Where is that in my life? That's all I'm saying.
No, you texted me yesterday and said, all you need is a man.
Yeah.
What did you say to me? You said,
I said, all I need is a man who will help me save the Yale Daily News when we're about to lose our printing time.
Yes.
That is all I need. That's all I need.
Just somebody that'll help her save the Yale Daily News. So
asking for it in life. I texted that to one of my friends who's also a Gilmore Girls fan, and she's single, and she was like, is that too much to ask for? And I was like, no, literally.
Of course, we're all in jest. There are some much more important things on your list, but it is fun to laugh about that. Okay, one more thing from the People article that I found hilarious, and then I guess we can move on from maybe not. Maybe you have more stuff you want to discuss about Taylor and Travis, but the very last paragraph, Ed, Travis's dad says.
Sure.
That he was aware of his son's plan to propose months in advance. Listen to what he says. They're just two young people very much in love, cast in a spotlight that they really haven't sought.
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm so sorry, but
3 times.
They've both sought this. They both love it. And that's okay.
He says, cast in the spotlight that they really haven't sought, but kind of followed with their success in their respective fields. No, they didn't kind of follow. The sentence structure is terrible. It doesn't make sense. No. And they have absolutely sought out the spotlight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, anyway. Absolutely. And that's fine. Like, no one else deserves to be in the spotlight more than Taylor. So absolutely.
Well, anyway.
Well, okay.
That's yet to be seen, but it will definitely be interesting to see the coming months. And do you have any speculation on, is this going to be a big wedding? Is it going to be a small wedding? Is it going to be, is there going to be media there?
Yeah.
How accessible is this going to be to the average Joe or Jill?
Good question. I was listening to one of my podcasts this week they were also speculating about that, and they brought up something interesting that I've never thought of before, because I just haven't thought about celebrity weddings that much. But they were like, how do the invitations get sent? Like, surely it's not just an Evite, but also you can't just send that in the mail where it could be intercepted and some random person can find out where and when Travis and Taylor are getting married. And I was like, that's a great point. How do they invite people?
This is how they invite people. When you have Taylor Swift's money, You have delivery people that hand deliver every single invitation to however many hundreds or thousands of people are getting invited. So that's not a problem. Yeah. Or maybe maybe they have owls.
Yeah. Honestly, like if she doesn't have owls, like what's she spending her money on?
Right.
You know?
Right. So she probably has Hedwig, and he is gonna, deliver by beak to the front stoop of every person that's invited, which I guess means he'll be coming here because
absolutely he will.
He'll be invited. So can I be your plus one?
No, oh, for sure. No, I literally had a moment like after I saw they got engaged, I was like actually kind of sad because I was like, I can't go. Like, I won't get to see Taylor get married. I mean, I guess there's still hope. You never know. But
maybe she's listening to our podcast right now. So maybe.
I mean, honestly, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe she's on Crozier Girls in all her spare time. Oh gosh, that's wild. That's wild.
So funny.
Okay, well, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. So.
I will say one thing that I love so much, I'll repeat this because I said this when we talked about the Coldplay cheating scandal. There are very few things in this world that I love more than when the entire country or the entire world unites around one thing, and there's memes everywhere about it. There's reels everywhere about it. Everyone's talking about it. Like brands are picking up on this and making it their marketing. There's nothing I love more than that kind of unity, whether it's the Olympics, whether someone cheated, whether it's Taylor getting engaged. It could be a myriad of things. I just love it so much.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's great. I love the marketing thing you sent me from Catherine's mom's real estate company of a picture of Taylor and Travis. And it says, when you're ready to make it official, our RE/MAX Crosstown agents have the perfect matrimonial house for you. Anyway, it's a picture of them.
It's good marketing.
It's great marketing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Well, before we move on from this topic, on a serious note, it is kind of really sweet and exciting because I've been listening to Taylor Swift just sing about like love songs since I was literally in kindergarten. I remember the first Taylor Swift song I ever listened to. Yeah. Do you know my Taylor Swift origin story, Mom?
No, I don't.
Okay, so I remember vividly. I don't remember much from my childhood. I don't have a great memory, but I remember this. I mean, I do remember things from my childhood, just like I don't know. Anyways, okay, I remember being in kindergarten, and you remember my kindergarten best friend, Maddie? Mm-hmm. Okay, I was at Maddie's house for a sleepover, and she had older sisters, and her older sisters were playing music really loudly from their room, and the song Love Story came on, and me and Maddie went in there, and I'd never heard that song before. It had probably just come out when I was, 5 or 6 years old, and we, sang along to the song with them, and I was like, this is such a fun song, and I, vividly remember that being the first Taylor Swift song I interacted with.
Interesting. In kindergarten?
That's my story. Yeah.
What year did that song come out?
I think it was 2007 or something. I don't know.
I got it right here.
I guess it could have been first grade. I was still friends with her then. I don't know.
Released as a single from her second studio album, Fearless, on September 15th, 2008.
Okay.
So
pretty close. Maybe I was in first grade, but yeah.
Well, you were in...
I would have been 6.
You were in first grade 2008 when Micah was born, I feel like. So, yeah. That tracks. That is crazy. Well, yep, you've been listening to her for a long time, so it'll be fun to see. I will say, I'm kind of cynical about all of it. Any famous people getting married.
I know. I understand. I know.
With that being said, I do appreciate that it wasn't a big production. That it was just the two of them. They were, according to Papa Ed and the article I read, they were going out to dinner, and he said, "Hey, let's go out back and just have a quick glass of wine." Mm-hmm. And then he
literally in their backyard,
in his backyard, he drops down on one knee and proposes. So I appreciate that it was spontaneous. ish, like it doesn't seem like she was necessarily expecting it that night. I don't know. Maybe she was, but anyway, and I like that obviously there's photographers there because we have all the pictures. But
that's every proposal ever nowadays. It's not just them.
Yeah. But it doesn't seem like it was a huge production, So I appreciate that. So anyway.
Yeah. Good point.
Okay. Well, that was a fun discussion.
Yeah.
What else do we have to talk about?
Well, I was going to share something. I think I sent this to you today. I asked ChatGPT to describe me.
Oh, yes.
And I think I would love to share this with the podcast because, I think they're pretty spot on. What do you think?
I think they're pretty spot on. I thought there were some aspects of it that were pretty funny, but no, I thought it was good.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what ChatGPT says I am. You're a curious explorer with sharp eyes for detail. Someone who jumps from AP style rules to Balkan travel plans without missing a beat. So true. You love uncovering the exact right word or shade of foundation. Just as much. It's because literally today I was asking them for a foundation shade comparison because I can't find my normal foundation here. So I was looking for a similar shade in a different brand, literally today. So must have been top of their mind. But,
interesting.
Yeah. You balance practicality, like flight booking hacks, parking and split, or injury recovery with a flair.
I can't.
With a flair for the imaginative and cultural. Fantasy book trends, Taylor Swift palettes, clever vanity plates. At heart, you're a thoughtful creator and traveler, always connecting dots between precision, beauty, and experience. Which I kind of like that last bit there.
Hey, maybe you should just use that for some type of bio or profile. Sounds really nice, that last part,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I just put in ChatGPT to describe me. And so this is hot off the presses. I'm going to read it. I'd love to, but I'll need a little bit of help first. I don't know anything about you yet. So if you people think I've been using AI a lot, this will tell you I have not. If you tell me a little bit about yourself, like your interests, personality, style, or even how you see yourself, I can write a fun or thoughtful description based on that. So then it says, want to give me a few details? No, I don't want to give you any details. And I'm exiting out right now because you're probably listening to me. So
all they know is that you're a realtor because they had to write your realtor bio.
Well, they didn't write it. I put it in. They spit out a few sentences that were helpful, and then that was that. I changed the rest of it. So,
okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
I also wanted to comment on your newsletter, which came out today. It hit my inbox this morning, and I just want to say, well done. It was so beautifully written, and I loved the thoughtfulness behind it. It's just so fascinating how our culture is so, I guess, flippant with maybe our conversations. And I think when people ask how you are, I think when you get back, you should just start spilling everything. That's
this morning, man, my coffee hit and then I went to work and work was crazy today. And this is every single moment of my day. How are you?
Right. Or, well, my dad is having surgery on, his prostate, and my grandparents, got in a car accident last night. They just spill everything right there.
That's not true. None of that's true, is it?
No, it's not true.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Sorry, you freaked me out for a second.
No, I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell you Dad's having surgery on the podcast.
Well, okay. Sometimes you guys think you've told me something, and then you mention it randomly in conversation. And I'm like, I'm sorry, no one ever told me that. So it was valid of me to
Okay,
question
well,
it.
there's 3 of you, and so sometimes we tell 1 or 2 and we forget to tell the other one. McKinney says the same thing. He tells the same thing all the time.
Okay, but like I'm a girl, so it's pretty easy to know, oh, did we tell one of the boys or did we tell Rebecca, you know?
Well, that's what you think, but just wait till you have
Okay,
menopause brain, and then you don't know what you've told who or who you've told what. Anyway, I'm just saying, like,
anyways,
someone greets you on the street, how are you? And you just start spilling all of
Yeah.
your deep concerns and anxieties and all this stuff. It's just really fascinating.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you. That was a very sweet compliment. I hadn't been intending to share all that. So for everyone who gets my newsletter, I know you probably didn't sign up for Rebecca to write an entire essay, but you're welcome. But it was, that's come up so much in conversation recently with just people here. And then this past weekend in Romania with Naomi, we were talking about it. It came up, and she spent plenty of time in the U.S., has friends there, and she was like, no, Rebecca, it's so hard to talk to my U.S. friends because you guys don't tell us anything until weeks later, or I ask you how you are and you don't really answer. And I was like, I know, I'm sure I'm guilty of that too. And she was like, I know, my friends will tell me eventually, but it's just such a difference in culture. And then it's something I've had to learn here. I was having coffee with a Croatian friend this morning, and I kind of had to switch in my brain. I was like, we're going to have a deep conversation. I know her fairly well, but not super well. Well, actually, I know her a lot better than she knows me, because literally the first time we ever got lunch, she told me her entire life story. Things that I would never tell someone until I'd known them maybe a year. Things that, I was in awe of her vulnerability. And then I've realized, no, that's normal. That's not just like she's just an extra vulnerable person. That's just normal. And I knew that she would also expect that from me today. I literally had that thought before going to coffee this morning, and I had to kind of switch that in my brain. So yeah, it's so interesting.
That's wild. I really would love for us to do that more here, because I don't love small talk. I don't love,
yeah, I know.
How's the weather? That's to me, it's like, let's just dive in. Let's get into something good. Let's have a good, deep conversation. Tell me what you're struggling with right now. Tell me what you're excited about. Tell me whatever, but
Yeah. And I have friends who are better at that than others, at just like spewing just everything they're thinking and feeling and what they're struggling with. I'm not like that. I struggle with that. Like my closest friends know, okay, we need to ask Rebecca questions. Questions will help her talk about herself more. I just am not good at that. I think I'm worse than most Americans at it. But I know it's something I think I've gotten better at it, but it's definitely something I need to work on.
Right.
So
yeah, you definitely tend to write your feelings more effectively and more frequently than you express them verbally, for sure. So yeah. Whereas I'm a communicator, so I would rather sit down. Let's sit down and talk about it. You have a problem with me. I hurt your feelings. Let's talk about it. Come tell me. Well,
in that sense, no, I want people to tell me. If it's a conflict with another person, we're sitting down and we're going to hash it out. But if it's like my personal feelings, that like I'm an internal processor, so I'm going to take a few weeks to process it internally. And then once I processed it, I'll share it with you. But I'm not great at externally processing with friends. That's something
friends or moms.
Or moms, yeah.
It took me many years to realize, okay, she's an internal.
I operate differently than you.
That's right. Very differently in a lot of ways. A lot of ways same, but a lot of ways very differently. So anyway, well, I just thought it was a really beautiful newsletter. If you don't get Rebecca's newsletter, I think you can find it somewhere. Is it? I don't know. Just reach out to one of us. We'll get it. Yeah. To you. But I also loved the tour of your little neighborhood. I thought that was so great. So anyway,
Thank you.
I liked it.
Thank you.
Well, anything else?
I also needed to share with the podcast something crazy that's happened to me. So I got summoned to jury duty.
Oh, yes.
I got summoned to jury duty 2 days after I arrived back in the United States of America. I don't know how they knew when I was getting back in the country. What are the odds? Like, that's crazy. This is the second time I've been summoned in like 2 years, 3 years. I got summoned while I was in Birmingham in college. And I had to,
Defer.
do the, I have it. Yeah. Defer it. I have an excuse, whatever. And they already want me back so soon. So again, they're obsessed with me.
Your vanity plate says it all.
Yeah.
Obsessed with
yeah.
me. And so,
yeah.
Jackson County court system clearly obsessed with you, because I have gotten called for jury duty twice in my life. Once when I was in college, I had to go to Gwinnett County. I went one day and then I was released. Okay, bye, Micah. See you later.
Micah.
Micah's headed out to practice. The other time, one of you kids had some kind of preschool program or something, and I called and said, hey, my kids are in preschool. I can't make it. And so they deferred me, and she was like, you'll have to come next time you get summoned. So that was probably 18 years ago, and I've never gotten another summons. So they're not obsessed with me. Oh, my goodness. They're definitely.
That's crazy, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So anyway.
I will be going.
You'll be going.
If they call me in. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. We probably, what if you get selected? Yeah. That'll be so cool, but we won't be able to talk about it on the podcast. That'll be.
I know. I think it would be so cool to do. I kind of want to, but it is just kind of a crazy time in my life.
It's not the best
because I will be jet lagged but that's okay.
And I don't know if you've ever heard us talk about this, but Mr. Russell, I think it was when he was in pharmacy school, he was foreman on a murder trial.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Do you know any details?
I can't remember the details. It's been a long time since we talked about it, but I think it was.
What?
Yeah, it was a while.
Okay, I told Lauren I have jury duty, and she didn't bring this up. So I wonder if she knows.
You need to ask her if she knows. But he was he was elected foreman of the jury, and he was pretty young. I think he was either in college or he might have been in pharmacy school. I'm not totally sure which, but he was still pretty young.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it was wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, so if I do get selected, can I talk about it with you? I know I can't on the pod, but. Can I talk about it with anyone?
I don't think you're supposed to.
But I mean, how will they know? You're my mom.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously, moms don't apply to that rule.
They're not going to know if you come home and tell me within the confines of our house. But,
okay. And
you're not supposed to, check you're not supposed to be getting on the internet, watching any news, any of that if you get
the whole week?
Or if it's over in a week. But yeah, I mean.
Oh my gosh. I can't check the news? Wait, I can't go on my phone and look at social media?
I don't know. I don't know the rules now because when I was, there was no social media the one time I had to go. So, but I don't know what it is. I mean, if you really want to know about juries, you need to start reading some John Grisham books. The Firm, Pelican Brief. I mean, all of those. Start reading some John Grisham, girl. You'll learn all about juries.
I'm good.
The law.
That's not my favorite type of reading.
John Grisham books are good.
If I don't get selected foreman, I'll be pretty offended because I feel like I'd be perfect for that job.
Yeah. Natural leader. I think so too.
Yeah.
I think what you should do is when you get in there to say, hey guys, I will be the foreman. I know no one else wants to. So you guys just go ahead. I'm going to put you at
I'll
ease.
sacrifice myself.
I'll sacrifice to be the foreman because after all, my license plate says it all. Obsessed with me.
You're obsessed with me.
Obsessed with me. So I think I definitely think that's the approach you should take. And if you do that, you probably won't have to go back the rest of the week. So they'll probably let you go.
So true. They may also assign me a
psych ward.
Yeah.
Why are we so weird? Why?
I don't know. No, Mom, imagine if I did that.
Oh my goodness. The only reason I don't want you to do that is because I would want to be able to see it, and I couldn't see it because you can't have your phone out recording. So anyway.
Oh, right. No, for sure. I can't do that without you there.
No, that would be tragic if you did that and there was no evidence of it. So we are so weird.
No evidence other than me being in a psych ward. Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
For sure.
I will say, okay, on the form, they asked me what books or magazines I regularly consume. I looked it up. Apparently, this is a common question to ask. But did you put what I told you? Like, you put, like, the Bible on there and stuff?
I did. I put everything you texted me, I put on there.
Okay.
I put the Bible. I put theological literature, classic literature, British literature, women's literature, like everything you texted me, I just listed it all.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here's my thing.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to look at that and they're going to see, okay, this girl likes to read. She's well read. And one side's going to be scared of that. And the other side's going to be like, this is great because she's super educated and she knows a lot about a lot of stuff.
Yes. And I think the Bible could also go one or two ways as well.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Do they want a Christian? They probably look at that and be like, oh, she has certain biases, which obviously I do.
Ethical,
or like,
mm-hmm.
Yep. So I think it's interesting. I also think that question being on there is interesting because there's honestly the majority of America probably wouldn't have an answer to that. Most people don't read. It's sad. I hate it. But like a lot of people would be like, I don't read books or magazines. Like, what do I even put? Right. So
your brother, I mean,
what would he
really either one of your brothers, which, you know, honestly, that's still one of the saddest things that has turned up from my parenting is that my boys don't like to read. But
well, it's not from lack of trying on both of our accounts.
I know.
I've bought Micah so many books. I stopped buying McKinney books at one point because I was like, this is pointless. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if I ever bought him books. I just knew. But Micah, I bought him books, and he just stopped reading.
I know. Micah baby stopped reading them. Anyway, well, you know, it's like I say to the boys all the time, so much in their lives would be different. And so many problems would be solved if they read more books. But they do not believe me. So anyway.
That's okay.
Well, all right. Well, we do have our first home football game tonight. And as you know, but maybe some of our listeners do not, Dad is the voice of the Lightning. So
the voice of the Lightning.
Yeah. So he calls our football game. So we have to get there early. And so I'm going to need to go down and get dinner finished up so that he and I can eat before we go. So I think it's time for high point, low point. What do you think?
Yeah. Sounds good.
And so
good job.
I actually have a high point and a low point. So my low point is a friend of mine who is just such a sweet friend. Her dad is walking through some pretty serious health difficulties. And it just makes me really sad for her because I remember when my dad had his stroke and just having to be in the hospital with him or having to help him do like basic tasks and things like that. I just know that it really pulls on a daughter's heart. And especially when you're at my season of life where you've got young adult kids or even Micah still in high school, and then you've got aging parents. Apparently it's called the sandwich generation or the sandwich season. Anyway, we're kind of sandwiched in between these two seasons, and she's kind of in the same boat. And so I'm sad for her, and that's kind of been like on my heart and mind all week. And I've just really been praying for her. So anyway, that's my low point.
That's sad.
Yeah. And then I would say my high point is, so we had Bible study yesterday, and we have a sweet little friend. He's in our 2-year-old class. His name is John. And John had a really hard time the first week. He was very upset for a lot of Bible study. So this week, his grandma had to drop him off because I think his mom wasn't able to come, whatever. Anyway, and John was very upset, very, very upset. So we put John in the stroller, and generally I'm not over with the kids. I'm over with the ladies, but I was over there, and I was like, you know what? I'll take care of John. So me and John start strolling, and he's crying, and we would come up to a crossroads, and I would ask him, do you want to go that way or that way? And he was that way. And he would turn his head, so I would go that way. He finally had like stopped crying. And let me just tell you what happened. This is so fun. We found in the bottom of a building down there where like, what do they call that? K2A is now. A classroom with a treasure trove of holiday decorations. I'm talking Christmas trees, scarecrows, pumpkins, Easter stuff, all kinds of holiday decor. So me and John went in there and we were just looking around and I was pointing to stuff and I found a scarecrow and I said, John, do you want the scarecrow to ride in the stroller with you? And he was like, yeah. So I put his backpack on the back of the stroller and it was a double stroller. I put the scarecrow on the other side. So then we start strolling and, we've got Mr. Scarecrow, we've got John. So then we go back in there and I find this stuffed duck puppet. And you put your hand in there and the duck's beak would move. So I started talking. His name was Mr. Quack Quack. So Mr. Quack Quack started talking to John. And John started laughing. Now, I'm just going to tell you, I take this as a personal triumph, personal victory that I was able to get John laughing over Mr. Quack Quack.
Aww.
And finally, I said, John, I think it's time to go back in the class, but Mr. Quack Quack is really scared and nervous to go back in your classroom. He needs you to be brave and go in there with him. And John said, okay. So John goes right back in. Mr. Quack Quack goes in. And let me just tell you, the teachers in that class said Mr. Quack Quack was a hit. I left Mr. Quack Quack with them. And so there you go. It was so fun. I absolutely loved getting sweet little John. And for the rest of the day, he was just happy as he could be. So there you go. High point of the last day.
That's so sweet, Mom.
Yeah,
Aww.
it was fun.
I
Mr.
love
Quack
that.
Quack. So who would have
That's
known?
so cute.
Yeah.
Kids are so cute.
It was so fun. Yeah. How about you?
Good. Those were good ones. Very specific.
Well, Dad told me we need to stop using, like saying, oh, well, that customer service story that I just told you is my low point. He said, we need to, if you're going to use it as your low point, you need to save it. And I was like, well, we don't always, we just start talking about stuff and it comes out.
Yeah, we don't plan.
But anyway, so that was his feedback. I told him if he doesn't like the way we do it, then he can start a podcast with you. And y'all can do it your way.
Well, I like how we do it. I didn't say I
me
wanted to do
too.
it differently.
So anyway, so today I intentionally tried to think of a high point and low point, and I intentionally did not mention them until we got to the end so that I could use it. And so Dad will be very proud.
Got it. Well, I didn't receive that feedback ahead of time. I was about to say that Taylor Swift getting engaged is my high point.
That's okay. We'll let you take that. We'll let you have that this week.
Okay. Either that or coffee with my friend from church this morning was really fun and sweet.
Where did y'all go?
We went to a new place that I'd never been. Like, I'd passed by it several times before, but called Express Bar. It's a specialty cafe bar. So it was really cute. Okay. We sat outside and yeah, it was fun.
Very good.
So
and your low point?
Yeah. I just haven't done a ton this week. So I'm sorry, I know you have to go. I'm trying to think.
No, you're fine. Can you just
can't.
make something up?
I'm gonna lie to our listeners.
I'm not lying. It would be a low point if it happened.
But it didn't, Mom.
But what I'm saying is
you have to leave this in the pod so our listeners know that you were trying to get me to lie.
No, I'm just saying, can you think of okay, this is a pet peeve. Maybe it didn't happen to you this week, but it has happened in the past and it's a low point. When it happens, you don't like it.
I'm just not good at thinking on my feet.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, so here's what we're going to do this week, folks. Rebecca cannot come up with a low point. And so to that, we're going to say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for your kindness and your grace that
true.
she, in the last 48 hours, has not had a low point since we last talked. So anyway, that's wonderful.
That's so true.
Yes.
I miss you. Can that be a low point?
That can be a low point.
Okay. Yeah. I miss Luna.
You miss Luna?
Yeah.
She was right here, but I think she went downstairs, so...
There was a sweet dog that came up to me in a coffee shop yesterday, and
right, you
was
sent me a Marco Polo.
Sitting there. I know that Marco Polo was pointless. I should have deleted it.
That's your low
but
point.
I sent you.
That's literally your low point.
What? That the dog walked away from me?
As soon as you started Marco Polo, Mom, look at this dog. He's so obsessed with me, and he got up and walked away.
I know, he got up and left right after I said that. He was like, I'm leaving.
That's right.
It was so the Marco is basically me just being like, Mom, look at this dog. Oh, he just left. And like that was the entire Marco. Oh my gosh. Wait, I just thought that reminded me of another high point though. So I have so many high points to balance out not really having a low point. Okay, my like favorite coffee shop, I have so many favorite coffee shops, but the one that's like right by my apartment that is really good to do work in opened back up after their month and a half summer leave. So I got to go yesterday and I was like, yes, I'm back in business. So
nice. Back in business at Buxa. How about that for some alliteration?
So true.
Yes. Well, all right. Do you want to, we're hanging up, but guess who just came in?
Another podcast?
Is it Dad?
It's Dad.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Dad. Can you hear me?
Did a podcast, didn't y'all? Like a couple days ago.
Yeah, but the listeners don't know that.
They don't know that.
They don't
they
know
think
our
they're
schedule.
exactly a week apart.
No, they don't. We've already told
week.
them.
That's true.
We
We kind of
told
did.
listeners that we're having to record kind of back to back.
Why are y'all doing it back to back? You're not going anywhere this weekend, are you?
No, she has company coming.
No, I am. I have company coming, but also you guys are also going somewhere. Because I offered, I was like, I can do it with my company here, but y'all are going to Big Canoe.
This episode was pretty much all about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Hey, that's a good question. Robbie, what is just tell us your quick snippet of what do you think about the big news that came out this week about T Swift and T Kels?
I really could care less. I saw somebody had a meme that said, marked safe from caring about Swift and Kelsey or whatever. It's like, so I mean,
that's
it's
kind
just
of Dad.
really whatever.
Yeah, it's deflating.
So, Rebecca, are you starting to get like wistful about your last few weeks there? Like,
no, this is not this conversation.
I am. Yeah, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's not this
that'll be a
conversation.
future episode.
No.
Sure.
Maybe, but
Maybe not. Stay tuned, listeners. It might be content.
This is all, Robbie, all this is getting edited out. So there's no point right now in talking to listeners because they're not going to hear any of it.
Hello, listeners in the world. Please don't edit me out.
Unless I pull a Chet and say I'm going to edit something and then I actually don't.
Oh my goodness. That's my favorite part of this podcast where they're like, oh, but like edit it out. And he's never edited anything out once. It's so funny.
Okay, I got to go because Dad's got to answer a
Bye,
call.
I love you.
So anyway, I love you.
Okay.
And
I love you too.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Okay. Bye.